Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone for being super patient with me and forgiving me for not uploading since August 14th. I've been super busy moving into school and getting readjusted, so I haven't had time to sit down and film and edit. So I'm going to try to get on a regular schedule now, and if that doesn't happen, I will just upload whenever I can. That is all, and here's another PSA. Hello everyone, thank you for coming back. Before this video starts, I just want to say thank you and congratulations to the amazing music producer, recorder, rapper, Oddworld. My good friend Owen Doody has released his first EP that is now on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music. You know, it's really good. I'm a big fan, and that's completely unbiased. His music is actually very good. It's very lo-fi. He's an indie recorder. I think he is absolutely fantastic. He's from Brooklyn. I met him in school. So he's really talented. I'm really proud of him. So I'm gonna link the EP in the description, and you'll be able to get a taste of his music because that is going to be playing underneath this video. With that, why don't we get this video started? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back if you're returning, and if you're just here for the first time, hey, how are ya? I don't have anything special. I got pizza. Oh my god, it's so little. If I would have known that it was gonna be this small, I would have gotten it. What is this? I hate myself. My sad lukewarm pizza is not what we're here for today. If you've noticed by my shirt, I'm wearing Melanie Martinez, and you can come and jump down my throat as fast as you want. However, I enjoy her, and her new album has just been released, as well as her new movie that I watched thoroughly and listened to thoroughly. And I am here for, I guess, reviews. Again, it doesn't matter whether or not I like her. My opinion is going to be totally unbiased because I think that there should be some sort of fair ground on whether things are good or not. So I really don't care. Okay, it's pretty good. Without further ado, I would like to talk about K-12. So K-12 is supposed to be a continuation of Crybaby's story from the original album, Crybaby. Crybaby is like, I don't really know, I don't want to call her a child because I don't think she's supposed to be perceived as a child. I think the stories are meant to be told in a childlike way to make people understand such intense topics in society. Like whatever childlike thing that she uses is a metaphor for X, Y, and Z, you know? I don't think it's supposed to be, oh, she's a child. I don't know how to fully explain it, but I do think that the concept behind K-12 was very good because it was set in, I guess, a boarding school or some kind of private prep school. And like you just kind of get this weird eerie vibe, and everybody is trying to be the same and look the same, and everyone's brainwashed. It feels like a very similar society to what we live in today. The album also was released with a film, which I bought. Wasn't that expensive. For everything it was like $16, which was the same price as one ticket to go see the movie for one day at an AMC theater. I watched it with a good friend of mine, so we figured we could just watch it here, pay the same price, and, you know, order food. No, sorry, not order food, cook food because I made pasta, and just kind of have a good night. So that's exactly what we did, and we both got to analyze the movie a little bit, and unfortunately she could not be here right now. But I'm here. I think it's a little bit difficult to listen to this album without seeing the movie, because if you watch if you listen to the album first, you're gonna be like, okay, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. You'll understand it and you'll kind of get what she's getting, but you need that visual aspect of this particular album to fully grasp what she's trying to get at, because I didn't understand the message behind Orange Juice originally or anything, because there are little blips and things in between that you need to get when you're seeing it to understand the song. It was well done, and I think that's a good touch. If I hadn't bought the movie, or if I decided that I wasn't gonna see the movie, I would have just been confused, and I feel like I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much. I have very high expectations. The trailers looked great. Everything that she posted on her Instagram, any pictures, any stills, everything looked absolutely fantastic. The colors were amazing. Like, I really was just behind the whole concept that I was seeing. So I had very high standards, and you know, she is a very clever writer, so I really thought this was going to be the best thing ever. Not saying that it wasn't very good. I just personally think it's more of a collection of music videos than it is an actual movie with a story.
And then I decided I was going to stop filming and do this for a while.
People in their 20s still refer to older people than them as adults.
Green box of crackers, the brand is called Club, like you're going to a club.
What's the password?
Hello?
I left mine in the suite. I was like, we have no time.
Oh my god.
Who is that?
Jeff.
They shit in the hall.
Jeff.
Yes!
Jeff.
Who is that?
Oh, we love
Jeff.
Oh wait!
Show stopping.
So, you know, I was filming, and then my roommates came home, and I wanted to hang out with them, and I wanted to finish my pizza, so I haven't continued until like now, and I might get interrupted again, so let's see if I finish the rest of this tomorrow. I have the film up right here, and I'm going to turn off the volume. But she has an absolutely fantastic like intro, meeting Crybaby, after that last album, what she's doing, what she's up to. You tell that she's alone, but there's also something really special about her. The door closes behind her in the closet, and she's like in and out in 2 seconds to get dressed. That was also never really explained. You don't really know how or why these people that have these abilities have these abilities. What happened with them? Where did they come from? Also, I don't remember that happening in Crybaby or having any reference to Crybaby having any sort of powers. That doesn't necessarily mean that it didn't exist. It could have just been something that she wanted to establish to make sense to this story, and it just is missing a little bit of information. So then you move on to the first song of the movie, which is, and of the album, which is Wheels on the Bus. When I first heard Wheels on the Bus, I was kind of like, what is this? This is kind of weird, but also kind of clever, because you do have the sound of like the kids like Wheels on the Bus thing. It does give off that very R&B kind of, well, somewhat R&B kind of vibe that she had expressed that was going to be part of this album. I like the story in it. It was almost like tackling power pyramid of the whole thing. Like Crybaby's kind of the nerd, kind of like the weird one, you know, and then everybody makes fun of her. And like everybody's like, they're having sex on the bus, they're smoking weed on the bus, and the driver's not gonna do anything about it. It's like, you're gonna do whatever you want, no one's gonna say anything because, you know, you're up there. And you know, throughout the video, they're kind of like making fun of Crybaby. I do like this song. It was well done, it was well produced, but it's not like in the tops. But I do like this, and I do like the color scheme of it. Also, I hate the fact that Crybaby is always late to class. Like, I understand, I get it, she's a rebellious kid, whatever. But like, oh my god, this girl was constantly late to class, and I was really annoyed, and I felt really weird being really annoyed. Like, it kind of bothered me. I was watching it with my friend, and I just like started screaming about how much I got annoyed that like she was late to literally every class in this movie. I like class fight It's not one of my favorites. It's weird. You need the video to class fight to understand who Kelly is and who the boyfriend is. Like, you just need the movie to establish who these people are, even though they're not like meant to be real people. It's just like a metaphor, but you need to know to understand what's going. You need to know who's who to understand like what the story is for this one. Even if you listen to it a few times, like, yes, you'll get it, but it just doesn't make sense. No one talks about Brandon ever again. Just, he's gone. Like, Kelly's boyfriend is just gone, unless I'm stupid and Kelly's boyfriend is who Crybaby is with at the end, and I just don't get it. But I don't think that's what it is, because he comes up and he's with somebody else, and I'm confused. Also, the snake. What happened with the snake? It's like Kelly picked up this snake, pulling around Crybaby's neck, and then it was just like, oh, well, that happened. That's fun. We love that. Like, no, I need some explanation. I need some meat to this. What happened with the snake? You should be choking. The snake is around your neck. Well, I got very distracted last night. Mid-filming, everyone came home, and I ordered pizza, and I watched a man drunkenly collapse in front of me. So things got a little bit out of hand last night. I need to lower this camera because it's very, very high. Oh my god.
Are you listening yet?
I think we were up to show and tell, which I think is, again, really well choreographed, really well done, but there, again, are some plot holes. How did she become a marionette doll? Nothing was explained. It was just like, oh, okay, we're supposed to accept this. And it was back and forth between Melanie being Melanie and Melanie being a marionette doll. Again, how did you get to be a marionette doll? It doesn't truly make sense to me. But again, I do think it was very well choreographed, and it's a wonderful concept of a song. And I really like the end of it where, you know, the marionette doll gets like thrown, and you can see all of the insides and the nosebleed and everything, and all of these people. You watch these people go crazy over Crybaby being this puppet that's being controlled by a master, and, you know, they're going crazy watching that. But once she's open and vulnerable and being like hurt and exposing everything, which is supposed to be the organs and the nosebleed and all that, they're like, ew, or whatever they do, and they walk away and they don't want to deal with it. It's a good comment on society and, you know, that whole concept of opening yourself up to somebody, and then when you do that, it's like there's something wrong with that. They don't want you anymore. They will push you to the side. They'll ignore you, or they'll be like, gross. They don't want your baggage. Or, in my case, they'll make fun of your baggage. So I like show and tell. I thought the quiet like chorus whisper like the show and tell.
Why can't you hear me?
Like, that whole thing was very like, I don't know, it was so eerie and creepy, and I loved it. And I wish that there was more of it in the song rather than just that small little piece at the end.
Give me that pink slip of permission.
Also, their hair keeps changing in like every scene, and I can't tell whether it's supposed to be another day or another hour. Do they just magically do their hair? Like, there's a point where like everyone's hair is down, and then all of a sudden this girl's got bobby pins in it, and like Melanie's got her hair in these little weird like buns, which I think are super cute, but I could never pull off. Now we get into Nurse's office, and Nurse's office was so fantastically done with choreography that I was watching it with my friend, and we were both absolutely blown away. It was so sharp and so coarse with the movements that it was just like perfect. I loved it. I loved the dancing in it and the choreography with the gurneys. Absolutely fantastic. And the costuming in that with the nurses was so good. I absolutely adored it. But again, continuity errors over and over again. How, like, what is the other girl? I don't know her name. I forgot her name. Not Crybaby. Crybaby's friend. What is she there for? Also, ew, the kid that sneezed into his hand and you just saw the stuff. Nasty. No. Especially in nurse's office, there's this delay. The audio syncing to her mouth is just so off sometimes that it hurts. It hurts to watch. And I get it. I understand it's hard to sync audio to music. Shows do it, and Law and Order does it. They mess it up all the time. So many shows do it. Movies do it. Just, but some of these are so bad. I really liked the way this ended because it was like the door comes up, they're all ready to run. But then Crybaby like stops. Like she sets this up really well for the next movie if she makes one, or the next album depending on what she wants to do. She sets it up so nicely to where like everyone's running in and she turns around and she's like, wait, I don't know if I want to leave, but without saying that. And she's just like, she's unsure whether or not she wants to stay or whether or not she wants to go, because now she's like realizing, oh my god, I like life now that this is all like done. I think maybe that's what I got from it. I think she's just unsure too, but like it was really good and I really liked the ending of it. It left you hanging, and then you got Fire Drill during credits, and Fire Drill was a pretty good song. Kind of sad it wasn't on the album, or maybe it's on a deluxe version of it that I haven't seen. I don't know, but I really like that song. All in all, I do think K-12 was a really good album. I don't consider the movie to be a movie. I consider it more to be a collection of music videos that randomly had a storyline, but none of the storylines kind of went together except for like maybe one or two. But I do think there was a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of dedication that went into this, and I can truly appreciate every single piece of that because it was so beautifully done. I mean that in the aesthetic sense, and the colors and the choreography and the music. The story, not so much. I would sit here and watch it again. Like there are certain things that I could like skip around. Like I don't really need to watch everything. I could listen to this album a million times over. I think Melanie Martinez has a phenomenal voice. I think the concept of Crybaby is absolutely fantastic. Telling difficult things in a simple way through a child's eye, or a child life perspective, is very innovative, and I think it's an easy way for people to understand and grasp what is going on. I like K-12 even though it had its issues, and I mean I can't wait for her next work. That's it. Like that's all I really have to say about K-12, and I'm glad that I got to sit through this and critique it, review it, you know, give my opinion. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and I will definitely be back as soon as I can to give you guys the next video. Alright? Bye!